Today we're talking about Thailand's new amendments to the Criminal Code on sexual harassment. This is not a minor update, it's a complete overhaul, and it may be one of the strictest laws of its kind in the world, and it is going to affect everyone: tourists, expats, locals, even the famous red light districts. Nothing is exempt. Today we are going to break this down. We're going to look at what the law actually says. We're going to look at why Thailand is becoming more what some people call woke or westernized. We're going to look at how this changes the nightlife scene. And more importantly, we're going to talk about the dangers, because this opens the floodgates for a completely new kind of tourist scam in Thailand. So buckle up. This is the deep dive you cannot afford to miss. Let's start with the law itself. Before December 2025, sexual harassment in Thailand was a bit of a gray area. It often required physical contact to be taken seriously by the police. You had to actually touch someone to cross the line into criminal territory. That is gone. That is history. The new law is incredibly broad. It covers 5 specific types of behavior. And the scary part for many people is that you do not need to touch anyone to break this law. First, there is verbal harassment. This is the big one. This is where most people are going to get tripped up. The law says that making sexual remarks constitutes a crime. Commenting on someone's body constitutes a crime. Asking unnecessary sexual questions is now a crime. Think about that for a second. Let's say you are at a bar, you see someone attractive. In the old days, you might walk up and say, "Hey, sexy, looking good tonight." Or maybe you make a joke about their outfit. In your mind, you are just flirting. You're just breaking the ice. Under this new law, if that person feels distressed, annoyed, or humiliated by your comment, you have committed a crime. It is that simple. The intent does not matter as much as the impact. If you call someone a name that is sexually charged, or if you make a comment about their chest or their legs and they do not like it, you are in the danger zone. Then you have gesture-based harassment. This is even trickier because you don't even have to open your mouth. The law explicitly lists things like leering. That means staring at someone in a way that makes them uncomfortable, whistling at someone as they walk by, making kissing noises. You know the sound people sometimes make to get attention. That is now illegal if it is done in a sexual way. Imagine sitting on a beach chair, lowering your sunglasses, and watching someone walk out of the water. If you stare too long, if you make it obvious, and that person feels unsafe or creeped out, that is gesture-based harassment. So why is this happening? Why the sudden shift? You have to understand that Thailand is changing. The image of Thailand as a wild, unregulated playground is fading. The younger generation of Thais is very different from their parents or grandparents. They are on TikTok. They are on Instagram. They are watching Netflix. They are consuming the same global culture as you and me. They are seeing the movements happening in the West, the Me Too movement, the conversations about consent, the push for gender equality, and they are demanding those same standards here at home. Thailand is becoming westernized in this sense. It is becoming what some people call woke, but really it is just a modernization of legal standards. The Thai government wants to be seen as a developed nation. They want to attract quality tourists. They want to attract families. They want to shed the reputation of being the sex capital of the world. And passing strict laws like this is a way to signal to the world that they are serious. They are telling the international community, look, we protect women, we protect victims, we are a modern country with modern laws. But here is where it gets complicated, because Thailand is still Thailand. There is a massive red light industry here. Places like Pattaya, Patong in Phuket, Soy Cowboy in Bangkok. These places are famous for being aggressive. If you have ever walked down Walking Street in Pattaya, you know what I mean. You have people grabbing your arm, you have people shouting at you, "Hey, handsome, come in." You have whistling, you have staring, you have touching. So how does this new law fit into that scene? All of that is now illegal. The woman trying to drag you into a bar, that is physical harassment. The guy shouting comments at women walking by, that is verbal harassment. If the law was applied strictly, the entire red light district would have to shut down or change its behavior overnight. But we know that probably won't happen immediately. The police in these areas often turn a blind eye to the industry because it brings in so much money. However, this creates a very dangerous double standard. And this is where you, as a foreigner, need to be extremely careful, because while the police might ignore the bar girls grabbing you, they might not ignore a complaint filed against you. Let's say you are in a nightlife area, you are drinking, you are having fun, you misread a signal, you think a girl is flirting with you, so you make a move, you make a comment, you touch her arm, she gets offended. Maybe she is not a bar girl, maybe she is just a regular Thai woman out with her friends, she knows her rights, she knows the new law, she calls the police. Suddenly, you are not just having a misunderstanding, you are facing a criminal charge, you are facing a year in prison. The casual nature of the nightlife scene can lull you into a false sense of security. You think, oh, anything goes here, everyone is doing it, but everyone is not doing it, and you are the outsider. You are the one with the target on your back. This brings us to the most concerning part of this new reality, the scams. Thailand has always had scams, the jet ski scam, the gem scam, the taxi scam, but this new law opens the door for a new kind of scam, a much darker, much harder to fight scam. Let's call it the harassment trap. Here is the scenario. You are walking down the street, maybe you are in a mall, maybe you're at a beach club, you glance at someone, maybe you look for 2 seconds too long, that person approaches you, they start making a scene, they say you were leering at them, they say you made them feel unsafe, they say they are going to call the police. Now, under the new law, leering is a crime, causing distress is a crime, it is your word against theirs. But here is the catch, though, they don't really want to go to the police station, they don't want to file a report, they just want money. They tell you, look, give me 10,000 baht from my distress, and we can forget this happened. If you don't, I call the cops. And you know that if the cops come, even if you are innocent, it is going to be a nightmare. You might get arrested. You might have your passport taken. You might miss your flight. So what do? You pay the 10,000 baht just to make the problem go away. We are already seeing chatter about this online. People are worried that organized gangs might use this. Imagine a group of people working together. One person acts as the victim, the others act as witnesses. You walk by, the victim claims you pinched them or whispered something dirty. The witnesses jump in and say, yes, we saw it, we heard it, you are trapped, you are outnumbered, and the law is on their side. So, does this mean you should never visit Thailand again? No, of course not. Thailand is still an amazing country. The people are still incredible, but the game has changed. You cannot come here with the mindset of 20 years ago. You cannot come here thinking you can do whatever you want. You have to be smarter. You have to be more aware. Here is how you protect yourself. First, understand that no means no. This sounds basic, but it is the foundation of the law. If someone shows disinterest, stop. Don't push. Don't try to convince them. Just walk away. Second, be mindful of your words. Don't catcall. Don't shout things at people on the street. Don't make sexual jokes to strangers. Treat people with the same respect you would treat a coworker back home. The era of casual street harassment is over. Third, watch your body language. Don't stare. If you are wearing sunglasses, don't think you are invisible. People can tell when they are being watched. If you are in a club, keep your hands to yourself unless you are absolutely sure the contact is welcome. Fourth, and this is for the scam protection, try to stay in areas with cameras. If you are in a public place, CCTV is your best friend. If someone accuses you of touching them, a camera can prove you didn't. If you are in a private situation, be very careful. If things start to feel feel weird. If someone starts acting aggressive or accusatory, get out. Leave the situation immediately. And if you are accused, if someone comes up to you and tries to pull the harassment trap, stay calm. Do not get angry. Do not start shouting. That will only make you look guilty. If they ask for money, refuse. Tell them you're happy to go to the police station to sort it out. Usually, scammers do not want to deal with the police. They want quick cash. If you call their bluff, they might back down. But if the police do get involved, call a lawyer immediately. Do not try to talk your way out of it. Get professional help. This shift in Thailand is part of a global trend. The world is getting smaller. Western values regarding consent and harassment are spreading, and honestly, that is a good thing. Nobody should feel unsafe walking down the street. Nobody should be harassed just for existing. The intent of this law is noble. It is there to protect women, children, and men from abuse. It is there to stop the creeps and the stalkers. But every new law has growing pains. Every new law has unintended consequences. And for the next few years, as Thailand figures out how to enforce this, there is going to be confusion. There are going to be misunderstandings. There are going to be opportunists trying to make a quick buck. You also have to look at the cultural context of the Thai police. Enforcement here can be inconsistent. Sometimes they are very strict. Sometimes they are very relaxed. It often depends on who you are, who the victim is, and unfortunately, sometimes it depends on money. This adds another layer of unpredictability. You don't know which version of the law you are going to get on any given night. The transition is going to be rocky. We are seeing a clash of eras. The old Thailand, the Wild East, is crashing into the new Thailand, the modern progressive nation. And you are standing right in the middle of the collision zone. The woke aspect is interesting too. You will see debates online. Some expats are angry. They say Thailand is losing its soul. They say it is becoming just another boring, strict country. They blame Western influence. They blame the internet. But the reality is Thai people want this. Thai women want to feel safe. Thai parents want their children protected from online predators. This isn't just something imposed from the outside. It is coming from within Thai society itself. We are entering a new chapter for Thailand. It is going to be different. It might be a little less wild, but maybe, just maybe, it will be a little better, a little safer for everyone. I want to know what you think about this. Do you think this will kill the nightlife industry? Do you think the scam risk is real? Or is this a long overdue change that was necessary? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And please share this video. Share it with your friends who are planning a trip. Share it in your travel groups. People need to know this. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. And in this case, ignorance could cost you your freedom. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Be smart. And I will see you in the next video.